Aloha everybody, what is going on my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news coverage video. For this video, we'll be talking about 120 Herblore, so without any further ado, let's jump right into the video, let's go!
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, in the latest live stream, Mod Breezy kind of just gunned through a lot of the potions that we can expect with 120 Herblore, so we're going to go ahead and do that right now. So, first off, let's talk about the Elder Overload. This is unlocked at 106 Herblore. To make it, you're going to need a Supreme Overload, a Primal Extract, which is a new thing from 120 farming, as well as a Fellstock Herb. For the Elder Overload Salve, it will require 107 Herblore, same ingredients as before, however you're also going to need anti-fires, etc. that you do with the regular salve. Or you could just use regular Overload salves and add Primal Extract and Fellstock to them. So there's, two methods of creating that potion. Next up, we have the Weapon Poison Plus Plus Plus. Pretty straightforward. They didn't have the ingredients for this one on live stream, but it is unlocked at 100 Herblore. Next is the Spiritual Prayer Potion. This is at 110 Herblore. This is pretty much just a combination of prayer and summoning, so it's pretty self-explanatory. Prayer potion, summoning potion, and crystal flask. It does require only 4 doses of each, so you'll end up with 6 doses after, so you end up with more at the end, so that's good. Next up, we gotta talk about the Primal Feast. That is the next best food in the game. With this, they're also adding regular, super, and extreme cooking potions into the game. This is going to be used to make the new feast. Primal Feasts also use the new Primal Extract that I mentioned when I talked about Elder Overloads. And creating the new Primal Feast food will require 116 cooking. Since that currently doesn't exist in the game, you are gonna need the extreme cooking potions to boost to that level. Next up, we got the Harvest Potion. This is at 95 Herblore. Drinking this will convert your crops from allotments into mega crops for 6 minutes. These mega crops go into making the Primal Feast. Moving on, we got the Charming Potion. This is at 102 Herblore. Basically what it does, whenever you get charms through whatever means, Slayer or whatever have you, you get 1 additional charm for every charm drop you get. This does not double your charms, it's just 1 extra. Next up we have Extreme Prayer. This is at 117 Herblore. You make this with a Super Prayer and a new piece of produce from the Dino Farm. In addition, they've also made it much easier to make super prayers because you can crush the wyvern bones straight from your inventory. You can still use the bone meal, so anybody who has those stocked up, don't worry, but you can also choose to crush them from the inventory as well. Associated with this is the new Blessed Flask. This is at 118 Herblore, and it's a lengthy process to make, much like Masterwork. It's going to take a lot of time and resources. You're going to need 5k harmonic dust, and what this Blessed Flask does is hold extreme prayer potions for you. It can hold up to 20 potions in 1 inventory slot, which is going to be very useful if you're doing long bossing trips. Save you on a lot of inventory space. You just got 1 space for your prayer pots, and there you go. Next up, we got the Potion Bombs. These are unlocked at 99, 101, and 13 Herblore. Basically, what happens is you'll throw them at enemies, and they'll do a 3x3 area of effect. The bomb themselves last for only 6 seconds in whatever area they're affecting, but whatever effects they apply to the monster last for much longer, obviously based on the type of effect you apply to that monster. Next up, I want to talk about Inert Adrenaline Crystals. These are going to be dropped from a variety of bosses as well as regular mobs. For example, Rise of the Six, QBD, Legiones, Araxor, Living Wyverns, and Rune Dragons. These are not all of the things, they're just some of the examples. Whenever you get your hands on an Inert Adrenaline Crystal, you can combine it with Primal Extract as well as a new Dino Produce, and that will create a regular Adrenaline Crystal and be a way in which you can make Super Adrenalines easier than you can currently in the game. Moving on, we have the Power Burst Potions. These are the new type of potion that applies very powerful effects. The first 3 that were shown off at RuneFest were the Power Burst of Overkill, Vitality, and Acceleration. Overkill will give you 4% adrenaline every tick over the course of 6 seconds. Vitality will double your current HP as well as your base HP for 6 seconds. And Acceleration will give you unlimited Surge and Bladed Dive for 6 seconds. They briefly talked about the Power Burst of Feats, which will allow you to spam your summoning special at no cost to your summoning points for 6 seconds. And they briefly talked about 2 skilling ones. All they did was give us the names of those potions, but we don't know what they do, and those are called the Power Burst of Master Stroke and Sorcery. It is important to note that all Power Bursts share a cooldown with Adrenaline potions. And that's pretty much it for the potions that were showed off on the live stream or talked about. I just want to close out by saying that 120 Herblore will have a new unlock at every single level. In a lot of cases, that does mean a brand new potion, but in others, it could be something like benefits that will help you train your Herblore skill. For example, you might get better XP per GP when you're making potions, so you're basically getting more bang for your buck. Or you could just get straight up better XP for making potions. The last thing I do want to mention is that for comp and trim, there will be a 6-month grace period for both 120 Herblore as well as 120 farming. Mod Breezy did say that there are a couple of feats that may not have grace periods that are related to the skills, so it's important to, be on top of that when this launches later this month. So that's it, everything that was shown off in the live stream regarding 120 Herblore. I think next week we're going to talk about farming, so that should be really interesting. Stay tuned for that. With that, I'm going to wrap up the video. Enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am out. Aloha.